Well, it was really cool because Braun had just like a straight up roid rage like meltdown.
He did, yeah. Yep.
Which was crazy. Adam Pearce killed it in that segment, dude.
Yeah, he did.
He is great.
Yes.
That dude is just awesome.
Every time we have ever been on the show talking about Pearce or freaking the other one in
Aldis,
Nick Aldis, they're both so good. They're both so good, but Pearce is on a new level right now where he's like way more involved in what's going on in a way that benefits everything.
Yeah,
like he just adds so much value to everything going on.
He was like straight up in the action. He's like part of the action.
And in his face having a screaming match with him and shit, dude.
Yeah,
he's
like
so
not backing
good.
down from talent. Yeah.
He's so good. And
really just
dude,
like ballsing up to
people need to remember though. I think that is the best thing they've done is try to let Aldis and Pearce be the most credible, legitimate, and believable general managers like that possible.
Yeah.
Because people in WWE might not know it because they didn't see him wrestle in WWE, but they're both prior NWA world champions.
Now, here's the thing. They're way more believable when they actually get up in the talent's face.
And you realize, oh, this guy's 6'5" and jacked.
Yeah.
And he's as big as
and they're willing to confront, you know what I mean?
And they don't back down. That's what they're supposed to be. The reason they have those jobs is because in storyline, that job is wicked thankless, and all the talent is going to try to bully you and walk over you. That's like the storyline reality of a general manager that the audience has been digesting for decades.
You have to be capable. Like it's just like a UFC.
That's why Stone Cold and Mick Foley were so good when they did it, because or even a guy like Regal is so good when he did it.
Yeah.
Because you go, this is a legend. Legend. And you just know he's hard and he's.
But it's like a UFC ref or something. They have to be built and capable to
Kurt
handle.
Angle was another good example.
Yeah.
Yep.
Angle was great. Like
everything he ever did.
Outside the ring, everything was great, dude.
Yep. He's too good. However, back to Aldis and Pearce, I legit think they might be the best GMs of all time at this point. I think Pearce is legit the best GM of all time. Who's had the role more consistently for longer and performed at a higher level in it, where no one questions him ever now. He is never no one's going, man, I can't believe they get rid of that. Why would they not get rid of him or whatever? Yeah. Everyone just accepts that is the GM. He's like a Gorilla Monsoon. You remember when we were kids in the 90s and Gorilla Monsoon wasn't wrestling anymore, but he was like the president and he had a massive aura of legitimacy and respect from the boys and shit. That's how Pearce and Aldis is starting to feel that way, but he hasn't been around on screen for the fans as long as Pearce has.
They make him very likable too, Pearce.
Yes, they do.
Because they keep throwing in these like little segments where he'll make a match right then and there. And it's like something that the fans want to see.
He provides so much because they give him those. He's one of the main characters of the plot.
And that's
the weekly running show.
Yeah.
He's actually one of the main characters.
That's really easy to book too, because you can just be like, well, this is the match for tonight. It's already on paper.
He just plays the character of the guy running the show.
We'll just have him announce it as a segment.
It's a wicked important role. And when used well, adds an insane amount of value to everything going on. Yeah, and I think he's the best in the fucking game.
GMs are underappreciated in a lot of ways, but
because we're so used to seeing so many different ones get thrown all the time, and they're all trash. And we go, why? Who cares?
Right. Well,
that's one thing WWE has fucking nailed. And they need to never change it. It doesn't need to change. That's not the most important part of the stories. All that matters with a GM to nail it is that you have one who's ultra respected, earns his respect.
And believable,
and then you use them as your GM throughout the stories. Yeah. That's all you got to do with them.
Right.
That's it. but you don't have to change the GM. Like he doesn't have to have a heel arc. He doesn't have to have any kind of character arc or story. He just has to be that, stay that forever, and let them book around that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because I guess you wouldn't really get tired.
It's not his role. It's not his role in the storylines to be this evil character.
Yeah,
it doesn't matter. He's supposed to be this even-keeled, centered beacon of believability and trust and like good faith with the audience and with the talent that they can come to when they need shit done, and they know what they can at least he will hear them out.
I think that in general there's not really anybody who's done managers better than WWE in history.
No. There's been all-time great managers in other companies back in the day, like in Jim Crockett Promotions and stuff back in like the territory days. I mean, you had like Cornette in his prime and shit.
I don't even think AEW really does that kind of stuff.
AEW has managers, and they have a couple that have tenure now, like Prince Nana or whatever his name is with Swerve.
They have managers. They don't have like a general.
They don't have a GM for the
Dynamite general manager.
No,
you know?
And the way they've done it is they have like guys we know are executives. No quotes. They're literally executives, and people know that, so they try to play off that a bit. That doesn't work though, because it's too tied to the real. What you want is a character on screen that is supposed to be the GM.
Yeah, that might actually help their show.
It could help them.
Yeah.
I don't know that they need it. I don't know, because they're crushing right now. But it might help them even more.
I think it would be nice to have a general manager that can counter this whole Don Callis family thing.
Yeah, but that's my point. If they had a guy like Daniel Bryan now be the GM, and we know he can't wrestle anymore.
Yeah, they could have easily done that.
We get it. He's not going to wrestle anymore. But who the fuck in that locker room is going to step to him and disrespect him?
Right.
After like, look at how everybody sees him and deserved.
Right.
You know? It'd be like if Kenny Omega, when he finally retires, decides to be the GM.
Yeah, now that you think about
would be perfect.
They put him on commentary, but they could have done something like that.
Yeah, they could have. Yeah. Just make him an on-screen general manager.
Because he's on screen all the time anyway at that point.
Yep. And all you do is you have him do a couple segments of making matches. You have him come out and talk to talent. You have him come out to interface with his biggest stars and stuff. For example, when something like Drew McIntyre was trying to ambush Punk or something, and he would be coming out, flipping out, getting in his face, telling him to get out of there and stuff.
He's already,
because it's a big star, it requires his attention.
He's respected. He's already established the respect.
Yes.
So it's a good place to throw one of those ex-performers.
Absolutely.
Into that role.
I think
that's
having
why I think
it be
they've done that.
An high-level performer is the key. Yeah. When they've had it be randos, instant, there's no legitimacy. Sure. But when that's what's working so well for Pierce and Aldis is people do know who they are. If not their broad audience, they do now.
Yes.
And they did a great job of introducing us to Aldis when they hired him. That was a big deal and the right move.
Yeah, like, I don't know. It depends on how good of a commentator you are, too. Like,
True.
You might just want to throw you in.
Because that's a good point. Because
Daniel Bryan's pretty good on the mic.
He's not terrible. He's not terrible. And he's only ever going to get better because he likes it. And he's just going to get better, man. He's a full-time commentator now. And cool. If that's where he wants to be, hell yeah. But I think he would work well as a GM. The only other guy I can think of is someone like Kenny. If he decides to wind down his career and just be a GM.
Ooh, that'd be kind of cool, yeah.
Even if you have him do it before he can actually physically never wrestle again, but just have him, like, if hopefully he decides to stop at a point in his life where he doesn't need to anymore and he's done everything he could do and he still has some semblance of quality of life, enough to where if he ever had to come back and do a match again, he could, because then you just make it so that he's the GM, he doesn't have to work anymore, but there's always on the table the story of somebody pushing him far enough where
that's what you do with the Braun thing situation.
That's what you do with,
you
guess what?
have
Pierce can go, or
Right,
at
and
least
you-
he used to be able to.
Yeah.
So hopefully
If he
he's
wants
still in
to
a
do it.
position to be able to, and he's not withheld from doing it because of legitimate medical reasons,
Yeah,
like
I
a
don't-
broken neck or
Exactly.
some
I
shit.
don't know what his medical
Like you
status
can't
is.
do it with Big E. You couldn't have him come in and be a GM and have a match. You could
Yeah.
have him be a GM. I think it'd be great,
Sure.
actually. But you can never have an angle where they go towards a match because he has a broken neck, and you can't risk that.
It's definitely more believable when they can perform. If
When
they
you
have to,
know
for
that
sure.
they could,
Right.
it makes you go,
Yeah.
this guy needs to chill because Pierce isn't going to just deal with that.
Yeah, that's an interesting
know?
thought experiment, really,
Yeah.
because I don't think people think about GMs as much.
No, but
I think
I
they're
don't
kind
know.
of
I don't
background
know
characters.
why I have a ton,
They're-
but I've just
they're-
happened to analyze it and been like, this is what I think is why it works, why it doesn't work, and what's working so well about it right now.
yeah, they're like a base of the show, but people don't think about it. They're
Yep.
an ancillary character. They're
It makes me think about one of my core childhood memories, and this is probably why I think of it this way, is because WrestleMania 12, the Shawn Michaels versus Bret Hart Iron Man match.
not-
One of the
yeah.
big things that happens in the match is they wrestle to a draw. Neither person scores,
Mhm.
but then Monsoon comes out and it's like,
It's
we
not-
can't do that. It's
Yeah.
WrestleMania main event for the world title. It has to go down. It's for the WWF title, so you just are getting a winner.
but
And
also
they go
don't
to overtime.
have a time limit then.
Well, yeah, but they had a time limit so they could have this happen
Yeah.
for storyline. But Gorilla Monsoon coming out and being the GM, it felt like as a kid that just had no clue what that is. It was like the second you saw him, you were like, "Oh shit, the Prez is here."
Right.
Damn, bro. And he comes out and restarts the match, and they're going, "Can he do that?" And it's like, yeah,
Well,
he's
when you think
he's
about
the
it-
guy that can.
Well, when you
Because
think
in
about it, it's-
storyline, he's the guy that can.
here's the thing. It's kind of the same thing Vince McMahon had.
yes, 100%.
But
He was different.
he could
because
come
he
out
was
and
the
look
bad
jacked
guy.
up.
Yes, yeah,
Triple H
true.
with the
Yep.
authority angle.
Yep, for sure.
Um,
But that's when it's done well. If it's a bad guy doing it, it's a way different
sure,
circumstance.
sure.
But having a good guy, neutral GM who isn't there to be,
Sort of moderating.
he's just
a
a
way.
moderator.
Yeah.
He's there to help the
show be
viewer
better.
understand the business taking place.
He's
and
meant
shit.
to make the show better.
That's
his
He's
job. What his
seasoning.
job is.
He's not supposed to be the wrestlers doing all the matches and risking everything.
Yeah.
He's seasoning to make it all. He's like glue, gluing it all together.
Right.
And I think that, having said all that, to come around again, I legit think Pierce is the best of all time.
I think that was a really cool angle that they took with that.
Yeah, and
with the
he's
whole-
showing it now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was great. Braun did a great job in that too.
Oh yeah, dude.
It made him really look like he can lose it.
Yep.
And
Well, he can.
Yes.
Yeah.
But in character development wise, it worked
Yes.
really well.
It looked good too because it was him fully losing it in a way that in storyline is going to have negative consequences for him.
Yeah.
And that's important.
Well, he's suspended indefinitely.
Yep. But even without a suspension, now you just had that heat with Pierce, your boss in character,
Yeah.
who's now going to go, your life is now hell.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you wanted that title match? Why the fuck do you deserve it?
I got to think that the suspension isn't going to last very long.
No,
As-
but
as
that's my
far
point.
as-
Is long term, there's now equity of the GM and this talent who's losing his cool
Mhm.
are not good.
Yeah.
You know,
He has a reason to try and screw him over or whatever. You know?
or not even just screw him over, but give
Put
him
him in bad
zero favors.
Right.
Yep.
Put him in bad situations. Right.
Yep. Exact.
Or build matches that aren't favorable or whatever. You know. That
Oh,
kind of thing.
you want a title shot? Pretty cool. You're at the back of the fucking line.
Yeah.
Now fight fucking this monster.
Work your way up.
Now
again.
go fight Otis and good luck with him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that type of shit.